Hi and welcome to another LRCC Soundbite. Well, firstly, may I wish you a very happy New Year. If you celebrated on New Year's Eve, I hope you had a great time. Tonight is 12th night. Traditionally, one of the days that Christmas decorations are taken down. That's certainly my tradition, our tradition. So if you're passing number 44 later on, you'll find it a little bit darker than it was yesterday. Now, 12th night is the evening before a day we call Epiphany. It's the day that we remember the visit of the three wise men to Jesus. Now, before anybody messages in and questions me, I'll clarify. The Bible doesn't actually say how many wise men there were. It just talks about three gifts. So we often imagine that meant there were three of them, although it could easily have been more or less. It's this story, though, of these wise men is a really important part of the story for anyone who isn't a Jew. This story describes the first time non-Jews met Jesus. Not only that, but these non-Jews knew enough about God's plan that they knew not only that Jesus had been born, but just how special he was, and they'd travelled anything up to about 900 miles, we think, to see him. Now, one of the aspects of the belief system that these wise men had was that when a significant event happened on earth, it would be signified by a star. They saw a new star in the sky, they put together all the prophecies they knew about and decided this must mean that someone had been born who would be the Jewish Messiah. So with everything they knew, they carefully chose the three gifts they were going to bring with them. Gold, because the baby was a king. They didn't quite figure out that he wouldn't be an earthly king in charge of a country. And on their way to find him, their first stop looking for him was in Jerusalem at the palace of King Herod. But they were right. Jesus was a king, but he was king of the universe. Secondly, they brought frankincense. This spice was burnt and filled the air with its scent. But frankincense was special. It was costly, and it was reserved in Israel for only one thing. It was used to worship God in the temple. No one else used it, only the priests, and nowhere else was it burnt other than the temple. So as the wise men brought it to Jesus, they were declaring that Jesus was not just a king, but was also God. And then the final gift they brought was myrrh, a spice noted for its use when embalming those who had died. It's rather a strange gift to take to a baby, unless you've learnt from your study of the ancient prophecies that this king, who was God, would one day have to die, and through his death would make it possible for everyone who had ever lived and everyone who would ever live to have all the bad things that they've done forgiven. That's everything. It doesn't matter how big or small. Everything could be cleared away. And that makes it possible for people to connect directly with God again, just how it was always supposed to be. So three gifts from long-travelling foreigners who recognised that this baby was unlike any other baby who had ever or would ever be born. So in this new year, why not do something to explore more about this baby yourself? If you want to get in touch with any questions, just email me or come along and see us one Sunday afternoon on the driveway of number 44 Lindbergh Road. God bless you, have a great week, and I'll see you next time.